tomorrow.
What are you looking at? This better be good.
Yeah? Hmm?
What do you seek?
Be careful.
My bad, Dover.
What do you want? So long.
What do you seek?
Bruce?
Let me get out of the way.
Why, hello. Unbelievable. Another Kate that threatens the safety of my people. This is the fourth one in a week. I'll tell you who's responsible. We all know the reaping is nearly upon us, and with it, the number of active gates have multiplied immensely. Everyone has to keep their heads on a swivel. Everyone except those accursed West folks. The last iteration of the reaping passed over them, and they've suffered no losses to Daedra since. They know something that we don't. I suppose, given their troubled history, that should come as no surprise. During the Oblivion Crisis, a member from their village sold his soul to Mehrunes Dagon to save the island. A deal that would spare us his wrath by staggering its destruction, killing 3/4 of the population every 30 years or so. In return, he would serve Dagon until death. The man responsible for the reaping was a Westfolk. And now, as the reaping dawns once more, his old village goes about unscathed? That cannot be dismissed as coincidence. Yes, find out what they know. There's a reason the Daedra leave them alone, and so far they've refused to share it. As an outsider with no association with us, perhaps you can pry the answer from their elder. Do what you must.
I'm right behind you. The others tell me you've been experiencing some unnerving dreams as of late. I think I might know why. What many seem to forget is that this island didn't always fall under the authority of Mehrunes Dagon. Before his takeover, this land was governed by the Daedric lady Vermina. I theorize that some of the lady's power still remains, and she's using it to contact you. I can only speculate, but I highly recommend speaking with her. I understand these visions are kind of random, but I might be able to change that. Legends speak of a potion that forces the user into a torpor, a state of mental inactivity needed for dreams like these to work. It will be like sending out an invitation directly to Vermina. Not at the moment, but I have a few ideas on how I may obtain it. I'll speak with you again once I have one. I will not hide my bias. The Norse are my kin. Right or wrong, they have my support. The Reaping is more complex than the aliens believe. Walls would do very little to save them. The choice isn't easy, but allow me to suggest siding with the Silurans. At least with them, you won't be forced into committing murder. Such as? Take care.
Huh? You would. I mean, there's not much to tell. I'm about as interesting as a priest of Mara. Yeah, well, I make no effort to hide it. Alone in the gardens, if it can be helped. More so the tranquility of the place. Cheerful souls seek adventure and fellowship. Troubled ones prefer solitude. The gardens are just that. A place to unwind, free of the crippling weight of human judgment. Nothing to cloud your thoughts except the smell of pollen and the melody of water gently falling into the pond below. Even the inhospitable depths of the Shivering Isles are fertile enough to sprout the alocasia. Beauty can be found anywhere, I suppose. I'm more of an alchemy hobbyist, if you will. The experienced ones are the lunatics who shove anything they find in their mouths in a vain attempt to learn the item's properties. I try to disassociate myself from that grotesque level of dedication. Wait, don't tell me you're one of them. Well then, somebody got defensive. It's nothing to be ashamed of, I suppose. It's just not my thing. Well, Mount Andor is just one of the natural entities I study. I've also taken an interest in the island's wildlife and flora. Is that considered an interesting topic where you come from? The people here couldn't care less. You might soon regret that. I'll do you a favor and not fall into any boundless ramblings on the subject. I mean, not in a social setting. Most people aren't exactly chomping at the bit to converse about such oddities. You might be the first to express any interest at all. You want the truth? It's the only place I found acceptance after what happened with my village. Nature doesn't segregate down to race or bloodline the way people do. The untamed tiger hiding in the brush doesn't care whether my father was a priest or a brigand. And neither does the mountain, the flower bed, or the night sky. Maybe it's not the best of reasons, but it is mine. The Westfolk cheated the last reaping and have made no attempt to share their secret with the rest of us. They think their lives are worth more than ours. I stand with the Norse on this. I grew up in Southerside, so I may be more than a little biased on the matter. They don't deserve your pity. If you have an opportunity to undermine them, you'll be doing the entire island a favour. So long.
Shall we get moving? I suspect the Westfolk are in bed with Dagon. Metaphorically, of course. He would not spare them from the reapings without reason. I think it's safe to assume Daedra worship is involved. Daedra cannot be reasoned with, and they only grow in power through reverence. The Southerans are not only misled, they're a danger to the entire island, including us. Anything in particular? I try my best not to. Abominations rarely take time off from terrorizing Nirn. The Vigil must display similar diligence if we hope to oppose them. I suppose I enjoy stargazing well enough, but only when respite can be afforded. An inactive or lethargic vigilant is a waste of time, energy, and resources. Can you imagine the devastation that would ensue if we spent our evenings at taverns and brothels like the rest of Tamriel? It would be as if our order didn't exist at all. I understand that our way of life may not appeal to everyone, but without us, Tamriel would be overrun with death and destruction. That would be the ideal future for all of Nirn. Can you imagine a world without these monstrosities? A world where no mother has to bury her child after a werewolf strike, and no man must turn on his friends to satisfy his vampirism. It is unlikely to happen in my lifetime, but if I can help future generations attain such comfort, I will. If not, I wouldn't have joined the Vigil. I believe it will take time. Hundreds, if not thousands of years perhaps, but in the end, the vigilance of Stendarr will prevail. What about you? What does the ideal future of Tamriel look like through the eyes of the Dovahkiin? Very well. Though I wonder what new challenges or complications that would introduce. Till the next time, then.